Okay, so I've noticed on a lot of the posts on learning of the harp together that a lot of people are quite upset about having to change a string. And my strings break regularly, and I have figured out a method for changing them, and it's not stressful. So if I can do it, so can all of you. And I thought I would just do like a little tiny tutorial to maybe help people calm down about it and realize that it's just a matter of practice. The first few times that your strings break, it's very stressful, but you just practice. You can practice with a piece of twine, or you can practice with an old broken string, which is what I'm going to use for this demonstration, until you get the knot. It's the knot that makes people crazy, I think. And once you figured out that knot, then it's not a stressful process at all. So what I have here is what's left of an old dish rag that I've been using for years. And I cut a little square that's about an inch square as my pad on the back of the soundboard so that the string won't buzz. And then I just roll that up like that. And I have that ready for when I want to insert it into my knot. So that's step one. And then I have a broken string here, which I just replaced so I can do and undo the knot a number of times without worrying about wrecking a string. So there's the first step right there. You just make a loop, and the end, this end, goes on top of what's going down. That's going to be the end of the string that's going to go into the harp. Knot will be on the bottom, string will be on the top, but for right now it'll be upside down. So again, that loop, that goes on top. That's the first step. Then you hold it firmly with your thumb, between your thumb and your finger, or you may figure out another way to do it. So I'm going to make that knot, or that loop, a little bit bigger right now. Next thing you do is you pull it through a little farther, and you make loop number 2. So now I'll take my fingers off for a second. I've got everything all sort of on front of that long string that's hanging down. And then the next thing you're going to do is you're going to take that second loop and you're going to tuck it in behind the first loop. Now my loops are a little misshapen right now, but I'm going to do it all again in a minute. So you tuck it behind, not in front, because the whole business will fall apart. You tuck it behind like that. Okay, so again, let me just straighten my string out a little bit here. Loop number 1, pull through. Loop number 2. Now you're holding all of that between your thumb and your forefinger. Loop number 2 goes in behind loop number 1. Then the next thing that you're going to do, once you've got it like that, is you're going to pull it straight down to make your knot. See, it came out there. I'm just going to slip it back where it belongs, and you pull it straight down, and that is your harp knot. Now, what I haven't done in my harp knot here is put my little piece in to reduce buzzing, and I find that's a critical thing. So I'm going to do the knot again, and I'm going to show you how to where and how to insert this little roll of fabric, or whatever you want to use. Some people use little pieces of wood. Some people use big strings, big broken strings. They can just cut them in 1-inch sections, and you can use those. I use my little dish rag. So loop number 1, loop number 2. Now, when this goes in behind, this also goes inside the big loop. So this is really the trickiest part of the harp knot, but you can do it. If you can play the harp, you can tie a harp knot. Think about that. So there, I'm going to pull it all down now and make sure that my piece of fabric is in a good spot. And then I just pull down really hard on that to make sure that it's not going to slip once I get it inside. So there's my knot with my piece of fabric in it. Now I'm going to take that, if this was a new string, that would be nice and straight. I'm going to take that and I'm going to stick that into my hole in the back of the soundboard and pull it up, and voila, string changed. Not difficult. Good luck.